Good morning, everyone,
Hello.
and welcome to episode 2 of Utharian Legends, as presented by the Sunday Brunch Club. Today is Wing It Day, so you are going to notice a more casual look for our Utharian travelers today. That's just how it's going to be. I certainly haven't prepared at all for this, so let's jump right into things. I'm going to go around the table to stall for time. So, Miss Barbara, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself first?
Sure. Okay. Hi, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Babs the Bat. I am the CEO over at Chaotic Tiefling Productions, and I am also one of the producers over here on D4. And yeah, you can find me kind of wherever. And stuff. Hey.
Finn, what have you got for us?
Hi, I'm Finn Archer. Some people call me Maurice. Some call me the Gangster of Love.
No one
Some
calls
call me
you
the Space
either
Cowboy.
of those.
But you know, I am a picker and a grinner. And
I'm gonna have to explain to you why that is gonna have to stop.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I am on Twitter at Bloodhaven Bard. I am here on D4 playing this chaotic mess that I am, and also on What Streams May Come has returned to stream, and last night was just one of the most triumphant returns I could even imagine. Co-hosted by Jessica Skellington and guest hosted last night by Zachary Valdo. Oh man, the boy brought it. And Merchant of Venice, that VOD and subsequent YouTube video, please don't miss it if you missed our live stream last night. It is a show worth seeing. And you can also find me in your grocer's freezer aisle, wherever fine products are sold.
And Miss Jessica, can you take a moment away from being hot to introduce yourself?
Oh my god. Hi, I am Jessica Skellington. I am playing Alma Verfolkt on our lovely show here today. As you heard Finn mention, I do co-host What Streams May Come over on a Chaotic Tieflings channel. It is a monthly cold Shakespeare reading show, although I believe we have officially run out of Shakespeare.
Yeah.
And so we are going to be doing something
Lysistrata.
Lysistrata is on my list.
It should be on everybody's list.
So yeah, so researching shows to do for that. I'm excited to be here today. You can find me on the socials at Jessica Skell on Twitter or at Jessica Skellington on Instagram and TikTok, but I barely post, so.
And Trieste, you are next on my circle.
Hello,
Squiggly line
I'm
thing.
Trieste, also known as Blaze of Gloriosa. I stream sometimes, but today I will be playing Gloriosa Zaludi, our half-elf artificer friend, who is absolutely not building any kind of bombs.
All right, and Robo.
Hello, it's me, Robo. Can I get I had to sneeze. I'm sorry. Hello, it's me, Robo Goblin, and you can find me at TTRP Gifts, where I post a lot of shit, a lot of shit posting, and I'll be playing Lunes Velasco here. And didn't I have to do Idol Champion stuff? Hello, welcome to Idol Champions Corner, where I'm going to talk about Idol Champions. If you haven't seen, Idol Champions came up with the champion number 100, the 100th champion. And guess who it is? It's none other than Dungeon Master from the 80s cartoon. It's from the 80s, right? Yeah.
Yes.
It's from the 80s, and yes, it's the Dungeon Master, and now it has the unicorn, the cute little
And
unicorn.
Uni.
Yeah, Uni, the unicorn. And it's gonna be a familiar, so stay tuned for that. And I don't know what else I'm gonna do now, but Idol Champions, it's a great game. Go play it.
The code's right here.
Oh, the code's right here.
And
Yay.
it's floating around in chat as well, if you put in !code.
Yeah. welcome to Idle Champions. And
Yeah.
what is the Chris Rig Bot? That's the code. See you
Yep.
later.
I love their codes. They're so random. They make me giggle.
Yeah. So the unicorn that Lunes befriended last season, is it secretly Uni, the unicorn?
Might be.
It would have to be
I
Uni
like
all
it.
grown up because Uni is tiny.
I like to think that it is.
It might be.
I think you're just courting a DMCA takedown for this whole show.
Anywho,
All right, so I suppose we should go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and introduce
Hang on.
myself. Oh,
what?
I think Robo's about to turn into a unicorn.
No, it's something that posted in chat.
Oh, I have absolutely no idea, but let's go ahead and do it. So for those who are unaware, D4 has a partnership with Die Hard Dice. Look, it's a hard morning and you're down there. What do you want me to do here? So for those who are unaware, Die Hard Dice has a partnership with D4. They have done a phenomenal job of creating all sorts of curated dice palettes, as well as unique and interesting dice that are absolutely worth checking out. I have a number of them myself. I grabbed the Seisha palette because the colors were what I particularly liked. But I probably would have grabbed all of them if it hadn't been for the fact that I had to pay rent. That said, you should absolutely check out the Die Hard Dice link that will be entering chat, I'm sure, any moment now.
The Bendleys.
Yeah,
the
because
Bendleys.
they're only a limited run.
Yeah, it's a limited run of these dice palettes, so it is absolutely worth grabbing a set while you can. It's several individual sets of dice, all curated and themed around a character. And for those that watch D4, it was done with the partnership of each player for those characters. So it also will obviously support the channel and the show, which is something that we always encourage around here. And you can use the code D4BFGs.
Yes.
I got it right this time. And get a discount off of your order as well. Link is in the chat, so you can go ahead and take a look at all of those. And the only other thing that I want to say before we dive right into the action is if you are looking for Utharia Weekly, I can't generally help you with that. But this one next week, there is a not strictly canonical one-shot that I'm going to be running over on another channel with some potential Utharian spoilers or Easter eggs that will be going through it. We'll be raising money for the National Eating Disorder Association over on Harthulu's channel, and I'll post that link in the chat. Many of the players you will not recognize. However, the laugh of one of the players you will probably recognize if you watch this show, as none other than our wonderful Bat Kyle will be joining me for this game. It will be in the afternoon. Let me get the exact time. That is the channel for it. I can't guarantee you that it will be, what's the word I'm looking for? PG-13, but we're going to give it a try. It will be at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we will be wrapped up before D4, so you won't have to miss anything. But we'll be raising money. And for those that are aware of Chicago history, I don't know how I got myself roped into this, but I managed to secure several small bottles of a specific spirit called Malort, which, if anyone who has been to Chicago knows, is absolutely awful. It's foul. And if we reach our fundraising goal, we will all be taking a shot of it on stream. So if you want to watch me be deeply uncomfortable, and I'm sure most of my cast does, make sure you tune in next week. That said, we're going to go ahead and open up in the chancel of the Warded Boundary where we left our. Oh,
I
wait,
just
there was
remembered
one.
where we left off, and bunnies were involved.
Well, sort of bunnies. I mean, unicorn bunnies.
That apparently Alma's all about.
Bunny adjacent creatures.
Yeah, bunny adjacent creatures. We'll go with that. So when we last left our heroes, they were heartened by the addition of a new member of the party in the form of Lunes' familiar. And we're still grappling with serious questions of where to go from here. The world has become a much more dangerous place for 5 Point Strike in the last several days. And despite the intervention of parties powerful and godlike, it still is in many ways a very dangerous place for our heroes. So why don't we start by looking over at Lunes, who has just summoned his familiar. Lunes, what would you like to do?
I remember that I just summoned my new friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then I show Alma, my new friend, and she's all giddy, and I picked up, I don't know. Let's just say that I'm just gonna look at my new friend, and he's a fluffy little friend with a lot of brown fur and black spots and a white belly, and its eyes, it's like a constellation, so it's like a night sky, so where you can see all the stars. And I just looked at it. Wow, friend, you're really beautiful. Welcome to 5 Point Strike. Let's meet up my family members. This one here is Alma. Alma, this is my new friend. I don't know their name. Actually, I can see the stars in your eyes. And I can see the belt. I know your name. Your name is Orion. Alma, this is Orion.
Alma is going to, is he in your hand right now or on the ground?
Yeah, I think I just actually picked them up, like holding
Okay.
them like here.
So Alma is going to approach and just with her hands just kind of like clasp in front of her and just kind of hold them out, just to, not to touch, but just to kind of have like a welcoming kind of, and just say, "It's so nice to meet you, Orion." And she's gonna look up at Lunes and say, "He's adorable."
I know. I just look at his little paws. Oh, he's so cute.
Because apparently Alma's weak spot are unicorn bunnies. Who would have thought?
Did I know that?
Nope.
No?
She didn't even know that.
Okay. So I'm just holding it. Yeah. So do you want to meet?
Can I rub his little nose?
Sure.
So she's gonna take a little finger and just like rub down his little nose like that. So nice to meet you. I'm looking forward to being around.
What is Orion doing?
Orion seems to be fairly pleased with all of the attention that it's getting. Just sort of preening and looking around and taking in all of the surroundings.
All right. So let's take him outside, inside. We're outside, right? Yeah.
Yes, we're outside.
Okay. Let's take him inside, and I'll go in, and I don't know who's there.
Since I'm taller, do you want Alma to walk in front so that you're completely blocked to come
Oh
in?
yeah, like a revelation kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that.
So, okay, who all is everyone kind of in one group inside?
If I recall, after conversation with Glory, Robin went back to his room to kind of just walk down the hall and a not Donald Duck situation. He did grab a robe. Well, it was a long sleeve shirt. Let's say that. And he went back to his room to get proper dressed and ready for the day. So that's probably where he still is during all this hubbub and commotion.
Okay.
What you
Who do we encounter first?
Oh, is Bruce there?
Bruce is in and around. He's sort of making his morning routine movements as that goes. So
Okay.
Gloriosa's joined him for coffee, I think, if I remember correctly.
Mhm.
Yes.
I smell coffee. Let's go get some of that.
So I guess we'll probably just walk in with Lunes behind Alma and I guess go towards the smell of the coffee because I guess we figured that's where most of the people will be.
it's a good
And-
bet generally.
Yeah. And Bruce and Gloriosa.
Morning.
Lunes has someone that he wants you to meet. And she's just gonna step to the side and
And I just say, ta-da! And hold him Simba style.
Lunes, go ahead and introduce your friend, everyone.
Oh, hey, hello, everybody. This is Orion.
Oh my gosh!
I guess I can do that since I don't know. I don't know what they are, but I think their name is Orion, and this is Orion. Let's meet. This is Gloriosa, and this is Bruce. And I'll just put him on the table.
Gloriosa is like literally like bouncing on her toes, like, oh my god!
Alma's going to nope out of the way so that she doesn't get run over by this really excited. And go grab a cup of coffee.
Hey, Ryan! Hello! Oh. Is Orion,
One,
huh?
huh? What were you gonna ask?
Did you give him a cookie yet? I wanna see
Oh yeah,
a cookie.
yeah. And I put a cookie on his paw.
I need a cookie.
And I put in a cookie and just let Orion eat the cookie.
Orion will eat the cookie and seems quite pleased by all of the attention that they're getting and is
Well-
quite contented where he is.
All right. While this is going on, I'm just gonna turn to Bruce and just say, Bruce, thank you so much for all you've done for us. We really appreciate it. And to be honest, I just really want to. I just feel sorry that everywhere we go, we bring trouble everywhere, and now it's here, and I'm so sorry for that.
Lunes, you don't bring trouble. That's not a thing that you or your companions do, even Robin. Understand that ill action is the responsibility of those who take ill action, not those that they target. For all that adventurers can seem to be bearers of woe, bringing ill tidings with them, understand that it is those with evil in their hearts that is doing these things, and it is those who must take the responsibility for those actions.
Wow. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that was a lot of wise words. Thank you, Bruce.
Well, I've had my first cup of coffee, so you're welcome.
Yeah, can I get one of those, but actually hot cocoa?
I think we have some melting chocolate, absolutely.
Thank you.
I need a Lunes in real life. I really do. I really, really do.
Tish will rush into the, I assume, like kitchen area where everyone's making coffee and stuff and be like, we heard squealing. Is everything all right?
Tish!
So Glorious is like kind of playing with the Almirage's ears to like, now they stand up, now they lay down, now they stand up,
Oh my
now they lay down.
I'll be like, Tish, I'm proud to present our new friend, Orion.
Tish will like, the way this plays out in my head is that like Tish stands there for a second and then you just see like epic camera zoom and then just instant anime eyes on Tish. And then just the little montage of like everyone like cuddling it and like playing with the bunny and everything. And yeah,
And
just
now
like
I need
stars
that
and
art.
sparkles.
I need that art of all of us just like squishing Lunes in the middle with Orion and then Alma. And
Is that a Pichu plushie or is that a Pikachu?
It's a Raichu.
It's a Raichu. Duh.
Yeah.
I knew that. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
We're
it's
all
kind of like
genius.
this and holding it like, sort of like this.
I might have to draw that now.
Eh.
We've all got the big on my eyes, like just circled around the.
Okay, everybody settle down with those eyes. I think they need a breather. And I'll just pick them up.
And I think they like it.
And I'll, no.
This is going to be the most spoiled familiar ever.
Oh, yeah.
About that time, Robin walks in after like having gotten himself dressed and like you can see his face looks a little caked with makeup because he's like, I don't know what we're doing today, but I might not want to be showing my face tattoos all over the place. So he's like, let's just do this for now. So just one side of his face has gotten just
Robin!
so much
Robin!
concealer. He
Robin!
walks in.
Robin!
Okay,
Robin!
guys.
Robin!
What do we do?
Robin!
Yes.
Robin!
Yes.
Robin, I would like you to meet Orion.
The fuck is that?
Orion.
Who got who and where? Who brought that? And like Robin's like backing towards the door a little bit. Who got that? Who found that? Who brought that? Why is it in here?
I
Why
summoned.
are you Why does it look like you're afraid of a rabbit with a unicorn horn?
Okay, no. There's nothing about
Are you afraid of rabbits?
no.
Well-
Cute, Robin. It
It
is
is.
adorable and precious.
The
And
fact that
and
it
I'm
is
gonna
all
stop
of those
talking
things
now.
is not the issue. It is why is it here and who brought it?
It's our
Can
new
I
friend.
Can I make an insight check on Robin to see why he's so like weirded out by this?
I mean, you can certainly make an insight check to get some more insight into his current emotional state. But an insight check is not going to give you like secret knowledge of.
No, I
what
know,
happened.
but it's
Not
it's one
detect
of those things
thoughts.
of like, an 11.
I just got a natural 20 on mine.
I'm gonna do one as well.
Of course, we're all insight checking. That's just what we do.
Look, I also have new Tish dice that I've barely gotten to roll.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
pretty sure
Cool.
this is
Get a
one of my
19.
first insight checks. So
So I'm going to go ahead and say that with a 15 or better, it's obvious to see that Robin is very anxious, not about this specific individual rabbit, but just rabbits in general seem to be something of a sore spot for some reason.
It's just that why did it all of a sudden show up? That we just happen to now have a bunny here. Who just
Were you afraid of bunnies?
no. I'm just worried as to why a sudden bunny showed up when we are kind of at a crossroads here. There's this thing about accepting gifts at weird times, and that seems like a weird gift at a weird time. So who dropped off a bunny? Where did the bunny come from?
Me. I summoned them from. I guess I don't know. I don't think is actually a real bunny. Bruce, what kind of creature is this?
Bruce will come out and take a look and sort of tilts his head. It appears to be an Almirage.
Alma.
An Almirage is a
Alma? Rush? No.
It's a creature from another plane. They're much more common there, but they're not completely unheard of on Utharia.
You summoned something from another plane? Lunes?
Robo? Yeah.
Lunes?
I did. I did. I don't know
That's
how I
some
actually.
serious mojo. Good job.
Thank you. It was a kind of a big deal because I always failed at this spell. But now I guess I've got the confidence enough to just actually do it.
Oh, good for you. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Okay, so you put out a spell that just called out into the not world, into the other planes, and this thing answered that call. Is that an accurate synopsis of how the All Mirage is now in front of me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What's going on?
Okay.
Robin?
So all right, you summoned it, but you don't know where it came from, but it's a rabbit with a horn.
It's not a rabbit.
Okay. It's an All Mirage. It's an All Mirage. It's an extra horny rabbit. Okay.
So Glorios is gonna go over to Robin and like kind of start rubbing his back and like kind of looking at him like, do you need some more sleep, friend? I mean,
I don't think all the sleep in the world will fix any of what's wrong with me, but you have control over it, right? Like this thing is tame-ish right now.
I don't know. Orion.
Robin looks at Orion, and Orion's like just giving Robin the big eyes, but it feels like Robin it feels like like Orion can see through him, like the All Mirage knows.
What is Orion doing?
Orion's just being like very chipper. Like Orion's not doing anything menacing. Robin is just in his head going, "Oh, it knows."
Orion's probably just like living his life.
Orion has an intelligence of 2. I think you guys are ascribing an awful lot.
No.
To the tiny rabbit.
I'm not assuming that. Look, out of game, I don't assume Orion knows anything about why Robin is the way he is.
Oh, but he absolutely does. Like canonically, Orion absolutely knows.
Okay.
Oh.
But Robin, I guess, is then not so paranoid and picking right up on that. And he is just like okay. So
it's okay. The Orion's not gonna hurt you. Why don't you come get some breakfast?
That's fine. That's okay. All right. So you know what? You know, Lunes, good job. I'm glad you find friends. You're good at that. So
What's going on? No more lies.
Okay.
You're acting
very
much odder than usual, Robin.
It's just very, very strange that that's the creature that answered your call. Just saying, because, well, the last time I saw Aurora, she had a certain affinity for rabbits.
Oh, did you get to meet a bunny?
From the look on Robin's face, I feel like that is an understatement.
We were not properly introduced. But it's just, sorry, I have been the victim of many a cruel joke. lately. I promise I'm not trying to keep anything from you guys. I'm just here to get some breakfast. I have a couple letters to write just to make sure people back home have some understanding of what's going on here, the ones that need to. And then I'm here for whatever you guys need, whatever you need. And if you say that mirage has nothing to do with Aurora and that's just your new friend, then that's fantastic. That's fantastic, buddy. And I love you. Love this. I'm gonna go eat some food.
Okay.
Well, I have an errand to run down at the temple. So you get some breakfast. Lunes, do you and Orion want to like come with me and run an errand with me?
Sure. But we're gonna talk, Robin. We're gonna talk.
And that's fine. That's fine. We can talk. I just might need a minute to collect my own thoughts before we do. Okay? That's all. That's all.
Okay.
Robin, would you like our cup of coffee? Because we still don't understand why you all like this.
For those of us non-draconics, our bodies are very susceptible to the magic of chemistry, and this thing makes me feel less dead. Takes the coffee.
And it's because I put whiskey in mine.
Interesting. Gloriosa, will you show
Yes.
us how to do that next time?
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
You could always stick with tea, Tish.
Oh, we love tea.
Or hot cocoa.
Chocolate.
Chocolate is good. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Are
Yeah, I wonder if you
these
could,
all
like, mix the
appropriate substitutes
chocolate
for
and-
coffee?
For some people. I will do tea or coffee.
Interesting. We were under the impression that it was just always coffee. At least first thing in the morning.
Depends on the
Fair.
morning.
It's very dark and bitter.
Like my
Yeah.
soul.
Only sometimes. Alma.
With that, I think I'm gonna
And you got
so with that, I think I'm gonna drag Orion and Lunes, but mostly Orion, away with me.
Jesus. Okay. Okay, I'll be back.
So I'm about to ask a really important question to a goddess. And I feel like there should be an offering, and I'm not sure what kind of offering to make.
To a god?
Well, a goddess.
Goddess.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do they like? What do they know? Do you know what kind of things they like?
Yeah, I mean, well, they're I think their favorite animal is like a worker bee. I heard that somewhere. And they have an affinity for traders and crafters. She does. And I don't know. I kind of left a little offering of incense last time we were at the temple, but this is sort of a bigger deal. So I kind of feel like the offering should be a bigger deal.
Oh, how about honey from worker bees?
Okay. Oh. Okay, so yeah, let's stop and get some honey.
Okay, I do gotta get something. Is there like a shopping district around here, Shrek?
There's not a shopping district per se. It's a relatively small town, but there are definitely merchants in a sort of a town square sort of area right by the temple.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we could find something there, and I'm just playing with Orion's ears, like,
See, look, now they're up, now they're down, now they're
yeah,
up, now they're down.
yeah. And I'm guessing, I can't do that. No, and I'm just gonna start yelling. We're looking for honey. Does anybody know where we can find honey from worker bees?
There's a sort of a very farmer's markety sort of feel to a lot of these shops and stalls that are open. And one of the merchants sort of raises their hand and they'll wave in your general direction. I have some honey that I gathered the other day. Would that suffice?
You,
Yeah.
good human.
Please.
Human? You, good person. Let's go.
They're dragonborn, so not
Oh.
quite human.
You, good person.
Good fellow. I will take 1 honey.
Do you want a stick of honey, a bottle of honey?
Go.
Okay, so I am going to how about like a few sticks of honey, please?
Certainly.
Um
We have some that are flavored as well as just plain honey. Was there anything in particular you were looking for? A lot of people like the orange honey with their tea.
I kind of want to get that for Alma, actually. So can we get a few sticks of the orange and then like a few sticks of plain? Pretty please?
Certainly. Let me consult the economics chart to see what we're looking at here.
See, it's a good thing we have an economics chart.
This is a good thing because you carry our money, right, Gloriosa?
Yeah, actually, I do.
Okay.
An aside, the fact that Strike went through and made an economics chart
Yeah.
ran the
Kudos.
food numbers by me to make sure that it was okay given what I do in real life. It's just amazing. You're amazing, Strike, and we love you.
Love you.
I also did a lot of research into USDA milk classifications for that spreadsheet.
Why didn't you just
Okay.
ask me? That's what I do for a living.
Well, I was trying not to bother anybody, so I was just doing the research. All right, so 3 silver pieces.
Right,
if you
so-
are
Here's silver. Take.
3 silver pieces.
Yeah, here you go.
and the merchant will bundle up several sticks of honey for you, and
Okay, so these are the orange ones. I'm gonna put these over here in this pocket, and these are the plain ones. I'm gonna put them over here in this pocket. What else would? I don't really want to like offer up my tools because those are kind of important.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can get like a wooden like replica of tools, that might work. Do you? Okay, so I'm gonna look around the farmers market for any like children's maker tools kind of thing, like made of wood or whatever.
there is a wood carver that has a number of different objects of that sort of thing. Also more practical things as well.
Okay.
Gloriosa,
All right. So yeah.
do you think that actually, if you took the time to do that whatever you're going to do, that they would appreciate it more?
What do you mean?
Like you actually doing like carving wood and make it look like a tool set or whatever,
And
and
your own offering trinket, that'd be cool.
yeah, like if you make it, maybe they will appreciate it more.
Probably, but I think we're also a little bit crunched on time,
Okay,
aren't we?
I don't know. Yeah, we kind of are. Yeah.
All right. So for future that would be probably a good idea. But for now, Gloriosa is going to gather up like her honey and her children's tools, and head to the temple, buy some incense along the way because incense seems like a good thing too. And then as they get closer to the temple, she's probably gonna be like, Lunes, are you religious at all? Like,
Nope.
me either. Before now, anyway. So I don't know quite how to do this. Is it
I
just-
know you can start by I don't know how those work, but turning on the incense.
Oh, lighting it. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure it's on.
I heard that, Kyle.
So we're going to go ahead and put the incense on top of like the honey and the tools and all that stuff and make like a little pyre on the altar
Mm-hmm.
and light the incense and such.
Uh-huh. You can do that. I'm actually pretty good at religion, so I'm guessing this is all Lunes knows. But you could try praying to them, but from what I know from books and stuff is that you actually gotta feel the prayer. So like actually connect your heart. Is that even possible? Connect your heart to the prayer and actually just feel it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. So Gloriosa's lead all of this out, and she's kind of standing there. She kind of like glances at Lunes, and so she's gonna sort of kind of bow her head and sort of like half under her breath be like, I'm not sure how to phrase this. I don't know that I can like connect my heart to the honey or whatever. But I do remember playing with wooden tools just like that when I was younger. My younger sister and I used to play with them and pretend that we were going to work with our parents, going to the workshop. They would usually, it was like really run of the mill, and they didn't really bring home anything like too remarkable, but I remember there was this one time where my father brought home this tiny glass statuette that they had spent weeks on, that someone had commissioned for their child's birthday. And it was the most beautiful thing. It had dyed glass colors, and it had all sorts of detail to it. They had taken it, and to this day, I don't think I could even make something like it, but it almost looked alive. And when you held it up to the light, that's the day that I knew that I wanted to learn how to work with glass. That's how it caught me. And that's what made me want to make things. So I can focus on that.
Are you saying that to me, or is that the prayer out loud?
That's just sort of what Glorious is saying out loud.
Oh, okay,
Half out
okay.
loud, I guess.
That is beautiful. Keep it going. Keep it going. I'm sure they like that.
As Gloriosa is preparing this offering and talking about the meaning of it and all of that, there's a soft meow as a temple cat walks up and sits at Gloriosa's feet.
Hello. Would you like some honey? Just gonna take one of the sticks and offer it to the cat.
The cat sniffs but seems to almost demur and glances over at Lunes.
Does she want a cookie?
Hello, friend. Would you like a cookie?
The cat will trot over to Lunes and sit.
Here you go. I just
The
give
cat
them.
sort of takes it and chomps down on the cookie and then speaks in common. Boy, they weren't kidding. These cookies really are good.
Ah! I mean, hi. Hello, friend. Who are you? My name is Lunes.
Well, I know who you are. Gloria, so we met before. You were dreaming, remember? Or is it easier if I look like you?
No, that's okay. That's okay. The cat is good.
I'm just gonna leave you two here, and I'll go outside. Gloriosa,
The cat waves with a paw.
here's another cookie, and this is Orion, by the way. And I just leave a cookie, like, and just push it to their side, and I'll just turn to Gloriosa and using my telepathy, you got this, and I'll just go outside.
Hi. Again. So I hope you like what I brought you.
It was a very lovely offering.
I was wondering if I could ask you that last question.
Of course, ask away.
You wouldn't happen to be able to tell me where the artifacts are, would you? That's not my question. But
it's a question.
it's a question. Well, okay. So these artifacts that we're looking for, where are they?
Well, it depends a lot on which one you're talking about. But I tell you what, I'm going to give you some of the information you want and some of the information you need, but not all of either.
Okay. That
So
would be appreciated.
the information you want is their locations. 2 of the artifacts are here on this continent, and 2 of the artifacts are west.
On the Dragon Isles?
Mm-hmm. Now, as far as the information you need, Well, I can tell you that the Empress is very close to getting her hands on 2.
Well, she already has the one.
And her forces are closing in on another one as we speak.
Oh boy.
It'll probably take them a little bit because the Tyrant is also looking for that artifact, and those two don't get along so well. But it's really hard to keep the Empress from getting what they want.
And so before, when we were talking, you told me that the best way to succeed was to keep building allies, and we didn't exactly do that very well.
I mean, I can't expect you to listen to all of my advice. It wouldn't be your life if you did. But on the other hand, how many of your people died because of it?
Is there anyone that you'd care to suggest, or?
Well, let's see. The one that is currently in conflict is at the tip of the spear. I'm not going to tell you much more than that, but that should be more than adequate. Although you probably, yeah, that's may even be too much. But yeah, no, tip of the spear. That, yeah, let's go with that.
Are we talking about a metaphorical spear?
Don't you always talk in metaphors?
I'm very
No?
literal.
Well, I'll tell you that it's metaphorical and literal. How does that help? Not a lot of help with that?
No. I mean, I appreciate, but no.
Okay. Well, let's see.
We could just really use whatever help we can get.
That's fair. You guys do need some help. All right. I will tell you one other tidbit, and then I will give you a present.
Oh.
So your
A present
tidbit
from a goddess
is that the artifact that was made for your friend Talia is here on this continent. You probably shouldn't tell her that. I don't know if she knows yet. She's looking for it, obviously, because that shield is very powerful.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
And then as for a present, that is a very pretty necklace.
Thank you.
That will help you.
Out of character, do we know did we commission these in theory at some point?
I'm going to assume that those were your tokens from Bruce for the chancel.
Oh, okay, that works. Okay.
When you are getting close, it should light up. If I did it right. It's possible it will just get really hot. So you may want to, well, if it gets hot and doesn't light up, then you wouldn't know if it wasn't. We'll just hope I got the light right.
Fingers crossed.
I don't have thumbs in this form, so it's not like the world's easiest thing to artifice with this.
Right. Totally understandable. Do you need anything before you, like, thank you very much. Do you need, like, do I need to get you, like, catnip? Or do you want anything as thanks? Or...
Well, the cookies were really good.
Oh, here's another one.
Oh,
Give her the...
I have one more tidbit.
Oh, I'm all ears.
If the siren gets her shield, that shield can absorb and deflect magic as well as physical blows. So you probably don't want her to have it. Just FYI.
Thank you. That's horrifying.
Oh, that's not even the worst of the artifacts. I mean, you should see the one that the Obsidian Blade has.
Didn't they already find their artifact?
No, only the Empress has theirs.
Okay.
None of the others have found theirs yet. The Obsidian Blade isn't really looking. She's kind of, lazy's not the right word, but unmotivated maybe. But if she ever finds her bracer, she can sever the connection of souls to bodies and make it very difficult to resurrect people with it.
That's pretty powerful.
Yes.
Is that the most powerful one?
No.
Oh. The shield?
The shield's pretty good. The circlet for She Who Walks on the Water lets her destroy the mind of people that she doesn't like. The Great Mace is probably pretty bad if you're using any kind of magic. Like if you're not using magic, it's a really big mace and it's gonna hurt because the tyrant is a very strong person. But it also, in addition to breaking bones, breaks magic when it hits things. So that's kind of rough. But I mean, the Empress's sword literally steals the vitality of a soul every time it hits them. So who's to say what's the most powerful?
Aren't they powerful enough without these?
Tandos didn't think so. That's why he made them.
Tandos the god?
But he couldn't just hand them to them because that would be cheating. So he had to sort of scatter them and then tell them, go get them. CSS is very strict on the rules for both of the two big ones. She pays less attention to us little ones.
Well, it's the little ones that you have to watch out for.
Little ones and sneaky ones.
It's true. So if they're God forged, do we even have any chance of getting rid of them?
I mean, sure. They'll break like anything. I mean, not like anything, but I mean, you make stuff all the time. You break stuff all the time. If there's anybody on this continent that is as good at breaking things as you are, Gloriosa, I don't know.
I'm going to take that as a compliment. Thank you. Thank you.
But I mean, you should also use them too.
It's true. It's true. Well, that's good to know. I hope you got the enchantment right. I guess we'll find out.
Me too.
Hopefully.
Because if I got it wrong, it's going to do a lot of heat. It may burn.
Well, hopefully it won't. Did you take the other cookie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Those are tasty.
Yeah, they're tasty. So tip of the spear was metaphorical, huh?
And literal. It's both.
And literal. It's both. Okay. I have run out of questions. I'm sure as soon as you're gone, I'll have like 15 million of them because that's how it always works. I kind of wish Robin was here because he's better at it than I am.
We can make that happen.
Yes.
All right, hang on a second. Let me see what I can do here. And the cat rubs its paws and then claps. And Robin, can you roll me a D100, please?
Oh my gods.
That's literally what's happening.
Yep. All right, D100 time. Let's go with the luck dragon dice to see if that will do what it says. Only on the table. Okay, that is a 6.
Okay.
Yep.
A rumbling sort of shakes the temple, and a vase filled with water tips off of a ledge, off of a shelf, and spills. And in the spilled water, there's a crackling of electricity and lightning dancing across the surface. And as the lightning sort of fades away, it flickers to what looks like a mirrored surface. But when you look at it, you can see Robin in a mirror. Robin, as you are looking in a mirror and sort of getting ready and adjusting your makeup and all the rest of it, the image of yourself flickers. And you can see Gloriosa looking down at you. It's a really odd angle.
Robin?
What? Oh,
I hope Robin has pants on at this point.
oh, he's dressed. He was trying to zhuzh his hair before leaving again. But okay.
Robin, I'm at the temple and I'm talking to Ursha. Ursha, this is Robin. Robin, Ursha.
A cat comes up and meows.
Everyone has pets now. Okay, great. This is amazing.
No. This is no. Shh, no, not a pet. Do not call the goddess a pet, please.
Oh, another goddess then. That's better. Robin like reaches out and sees if the mirror is still like solid. He's like trying to figure out what's happening here. So he reaches out and tries to touch the mirror.
As soon as you touch the mirror, it's solid, but static erupts over the image on both sides.
Yeah.
Like it looks like somebody bumped the antenna on the TV.
I don't think reception's that good. Don't mess with it. Just stay
Okay,
still.
all right.
Just stand still. So we were talking, and I just wanted to know if you had anything you wanted to add. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay,
Just don't touch anything.
I'll try. So, okay.
So we were
did you-
talking about. No, you go ahead.
Okay, so did you talk about how to find the things and break them?
Well, apparently I'm really good at breaking things.
Can confirm. And so what about finding them?
We can find them with this.
Oh yeah, yeah. Your necklace is gonna. Your necklace.
And also there's a spear involved.
Oh, great. Where's the spear?
On the continent.
You're doing great work here, Glory.
Well, I was just wondering if you had anything to add, like, so we can break them. 2 of them are here and 2 of them are west.
Pass on the west one. But the 2 of them that are here, we don't know anything more than on the continent. Is that it? That's all we know?
It is literally and metaphorically on the tip of a spear.
Literally and metaphorically on the tip of a spear.
Yeah.
I've had nights like that. Okay. So
one of them's really close.
One of them is really close. Oh, I don't know about that either. Is it the same one that's spear tippy?
Is it?
The cat ponders for a moment.
I can't.
What are we even doing? We're playing 20 questions. This guy's right now.
So the tip of the spear is where the closest artifact to being found is by distance, but not necessarily by time.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
I get that.
I don't. So
I'll explain later.
Sure. All right.
Is Alma near you?
Not.
Oh, hang on. I can 3-way this call, and the cat splashes in the water. There's a massive amount of static and just all sorts of distortion.
There's like a high-pitched ring feedback coming through Robin's mirror. Oh, no, that's not good.
Did you move? I told you not to move.
I think your cat got too close to the screen.
Okay.
All right, hang on. I can fix this. I need a bigger screen. And she slaps the ground, and her little kitten paws hit the ground with a tremendous force, far in excess of the weight of this cat. And it shakes the temple. Another vase falls off a shelf, and more water splashes out so that it fills more space. Alma, where are you at this moment?
Last I knew, I was drinking coffee in the kitchen with Bruce and the rest of them, but if it makes it better, I could be in a room with a mirror somewhere.
That'll work. The
want
reflection
my coffee.
in your coffee
No! Okay, that works. The fuck?
sort of scrambles, and you can see half of the coffee cup has Gloriosa and a tiny little cat's face, and half of the coffee cup has Robin.
Oh, is that Alma? Did you get Alma?
I think
Alma,
so,
can
but
you hear me?
I can hear you. What the fuck are you doing in my coffee?
Trust
Alma,
me, I
are
don't
you
wanna
talking
be
to
here
your
either.
coffee?
There's
No,
hang
hang on.
up and there's
the
tiny
cat.
people in my coffee.
Tish immediately runs over and is like, what? What?
Look, there's
And
Gloriosa
there's
and
Tish's
Robin
face just swarms into the mirror in the water.
Like,
It's
Too
Is
close, too
everything
close.
good?
outside.
Back
why?
up.
Why is there tiny Robin and Gloriosa in your cup?
I'm assuming you're over the shoulder. I
Yes.
have no idea.
Everyone, this is Ursha. This is my goddess.
Oh my God.
Oh.
This is...
Nice to meet you, Ursha.
Oh, hello, Ursha. You're a cat.
And you're in my coffee.
I
That is
promise I won't
unexpected.
shed.
I appreciate that.
Apparently, Gloriosa's goddess is a cat, and that's the least strange thing happening at the moment.
Yeah, you're
So-
talking to
Is
me through
it
my coffee.
because Ursha is a dragon goddess and that is why we are confused why they are a cat?
I mean, I could take dragon form if that would be better.
Probably not.
I feel like that would not be. I'd be worried about being stepped on.
I assume we are already pressed for space, so maybe the cat form is most convenient.
So apparently there's a spear that we have to go find that's both metaphorical and literal. There are a couple of artifacts on the continent, but that's as specific as we're going to get on that. And Glory's necklace can find things.
Probably. The cat pipes up.
We're not sure about that
allegedly.
one. Yeah.
Allegedly.
No thumbs.
Well, so we were just wondering. I was wondering if I could, ask my friends if you had any questions that you could ask. Because apparently I'm good for breaking the artifacts, but we have to find them first.
Mm,
Okay.
Tip of
And
the
so-
Do you
spear.
hear me?
Yes, I'm still very confused. And like the only thing all I can think of right now is like they're in her coffee. She can't tilt it, so they're probably looking straight up her nose at this point.
Alma, can you, we can't quite see.
She'll kind of
I
pull the
think
coffee
if you
mug down.
spill the coffee like on a flat surface, it should hold the picture.
I'm sorry, you're a goddess, but I'm not doing that. That's an abuse of good coffee. Thanks.
This whole like tip of the spear thing. I mean, I don't know if anyone else has been to Lumia, but like the at the end of the bay, it's kind of pointy. I think some of the locals might even refer to it as the tip.
Just the tip.
Just the tip?
I mean, depends
Sounds
on
like
which
there's
night-
an echo.
Yeah.
No, that's you.
Oh.
Okay.
So there's another one that's really close to being found. That is not the spear one.
Why are you yelling?
Is it the sword that the Empress already has?
No, I don't think so.
Because that one sucks.
No, I
Like
think
that,
it's actually really powerful.
It is. Can confirm.
The bracers?
The bracers, are they close to being found?
Wasn't Robo or wasn't Lunes with you?
Yeah, Lunes is over. Lunes,
Yeah.
Robin wants to talk to you.
The weirdest D&D Zoom call ever.
He's here?
This is the best group chat.
He's here?
So Alma's gonna like just kind of okay, so
Just
we've
come
got
over
the
here.
Tip of the spear that is somewhere nearby. We got the great sword, which we've already found.
And experienced. It's not great.
We're supposed to be a mace.
So there's a great mace, there's a great sword, there's a shield, there's a circlet, and a bracer.
The sword has already been found. We
The
know
great
that.
sword.
The great sword.
Okay.
I mean, it definitely does sound like Lumia. Like it sounds like the Bay and Lumia, but I mean, that's my best shot here. That's my contribution to this puddle talk.
What's going on? Oh, hi. Hi, everybody.
All of a
Lunas,
sudden,
like-
like Lunas's face just merges into
Yeah.
the. Oh, hi, Lunas. You're in my coffee too. Okay.
He squeezes into Gloriosa's window like Tish is squeezed into Alma's.
right here.
We're like
Yeah.
cheek to cheek at this point. It's like, please, Tish, don't move. Your horns are gonna poke me in the eye. Okay. Well, aside from being very confused and not nearly caffeinated enough to, I believe, even think properly right now, it sounds like Lumia may be our next destination. I don't know any more specific-ish locations, like.
I have a necklace for that.
Okay, so aside from tromping around the entire continent, which I mean is fine, I guess, but time being of the essence.
Oh, is there one that is of, not Talia, but the siren? That's
Her shield. She's wants the shield.
the shield. What if we get that first and just
I would love to get that first.
keep it away from her?
We just need to know where it's at.
Because I really want to do that. I'm not a more violent person, but I crave violence for her.
I mean, fair. Totally fair.
I feel that on a deep level.
Okay, so we can't think of any more. I don't want to keep Ursha. You probably have cat things to do.
I'm just handing cookies to Ursha.
Yeah, and I mean, you kind of put me on the spot.
Is the shield the one that's on the tip of a spear?
I thought
Kind of. It depends.
Is this a riddle?
It sounds like it.
It's not supposed to be, but so the judge, Ceasis, has very strict rules about what the gods can and can't do on the world. And it is really hard to get around those rules, but we try anyway. I would really rather not get a visit from Ceasis because I'm kind of lower on the totem pole, you see?
Mm-hmm.
And for the most part, I can kind of go under the radar. But if Ceasis comes down, then I'm going to have to start playing by a lot more rules than I generally like to.
What's radar?
It's a god thing.
The best way to describe it is if you yell really loudly and somebody else hears it and yells back, that's radar.
Oh, I played that game.
You. Okay. I need to think and digest some information for a little bit, if that's okay.
Ursha, do you want us to find the artifacts? Like, are you invested in this, or are you just doing it for fun?
I've seen what happens when you do find the artifacts, and I've seen what happens when you don't. I think you would rather the former than the latter.
Heard.
Valid.
No offense to any of you goddesses, but Ursha's the best.
I mean, so far mine set the bar pretty low in terms of playing nice. So yeah, that's fair.
Well, Aurora doesn't play nice with anybody.
Can confirm.
Yeah. So, what if I do this and I just take out a map of Utharia? Why don't you point? Actually, I'm gonna point somewhere, and you're just gonna nod your head if we're supposed to go there.
So that's a really good plan.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't say anything.
Okay.
But
okay.
your medallions should react if I did it right.
Okay. Gloriosa.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I
the
thought it was
action
just
items
score.
here are
Well, no, all of your medallions are linked together in the fate leaf.
Gloriosa, do,
Okay.
do the thing. Scry on it.
all right. Hang on.
Yeah,
Okay.
you may want to take them off because if I wired them wrong, they're gonna burn.
Oh,
So
no.
Gloriosa's gonna take her medallion and like hold it close to different parts of the map.
Go ahead and give me a D100 roll, Gloriosa.
It's like scrying on charm, so I'm all for it.
All right, Ursula, I had to set you down.
Let's see.
Oops.
All right, so I'm not used to using physical dice. This is the tens, right?
That's
Yes,
correct.
that's the
Okay.
10s digit.
All right.
So yeah, roll 2 of those, and that's going to be your 10s and your 1s.
65.
Okay. So the medallion swings over the map and it seems to almost take on a life of its own as it's swinging back and forth and making sure to cover the entirety of the map. As it gets close to the southwestern quadrant of the map, all of your medallions start to glow a pale blue.
I think you did it right.
Oh, good. I was worried it was going to do fire damage.
Where is it pointed? Or
It seems to be glowing when it's passing over the southwestern quadrant of the map, but it doesn't seem to be getting a ton more specific than that.
okay. That's
So
So,
That's a-
so Laura, you said that they did it right. Does that mean I can put it back on, or
I
It
think
probably
so.
shouldn't burn you, the cat says.
I mean I don't feel anything, so
Light
so
and
we're
heat are
looking-
kind of conjoined, and sometimes when you want light, you get heat, and vice versa. And
So
I wasn't 100% sure if I'd gotten the light half and not the heat half, and I didn't,
all right, so
So-
we're going to the Norden Desert, is what I'm seeing.
Well, only if you want to instantly die. I think figuring out how to get in and around the Northern Desert is kind of a trick. We might want to figure out how to do that before we just go charging in.
yeah.
I mean,
Today is the day that Robin was the one that counseled temperance.
I'm
I've
just
seen
saying.
everything.
today you're in my
Everything.
mirror. I don't want to die again. So I'm going to say, I mean, Lumia sounds like a good bet at this point for people who are close to the desert and would probably have some idea of navigation.
ruin
Alright.
storms are a terrible way to die.
it sounds like Lumia is the next destination, guys.
Yeah, it does.
So, as much as I would like to continue chatting, can we continue this when you're back here? Because my coffee is getting cold. No offense, Ursula.
Oh, I can fix that. And the cat's paws slam down on the ground, and Alma's cup starts to get really hot.
I can't. Ah! Okay, bye.
Bye.
Robin starts poking the mirror like, can I turn it off from here?
As soon as you tap the mirror, there's a loud fuzzing noise,
Okay.
and the whole picture sort of collapses into the tiny little white dot, and it's a mirror again.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Milady Ursha.
Yeah, Ursha.
That was a really interesting experiment. We should do that again sometime.
I would like that.
Ursha, you're kind of like the best of the gods. So, is there any way we can help you?
I mean, I generally like it when people are happier as a rule. So doing the stuff you guys are doing is a pretty good help to start with.
We're gonna do our best. You can count on us.
Most of us do.
Really?
You haven't noticed that there's people watching all of what you guys are doing?
Here?
Well,
We're trying our best here. We're gonna do better. But thank you, Ursha.
thank you.
Oh, one thing I want to suggest,
Mhm.
Lunes, if you go back to Lumia, you should stop and visit your parents while you're close. They'd like that.
Oh shit, I haven't called them or sent them letters.
I can try and set up a video call.
You can do that? Yes, let's do that.
Probably. Goddess, it should be doable.
Oh yeah, let's do that. I don't know if you want to have
Let
it
me
here.
See. And she picks up one paw and then hits the ground. Lightning courses through the water that races across the ground, but nothing else seems to happen.
Oh, is that bad?
I think the water may be used up. I may need more water. Give me a minute. And we'll take that as a moment to pause.
Oh my.
All
Your
right,
goddess-
so
your
it
goddess
is.
just a cat that likes to knock water over. That's just it.
It seems pretty fitting, honestly.
My favorite goddess so far, I think.
This is like a cat trying to take out one of those bases at the edge and just push it like.
Yep, that's what 100%.
No.
All right, so it is 1:35. Let's go ahead and shoot for a 10-minute break that will be no more than 15 minutes. And we will aim to be back by quarter till, but probably more like 10 till. Get some water, relax, we'll be back. Welcome back, everyone. I'd like to go ahead and remind my cast that the captions do record that regardless now, so you're definitely getting your money's worth either way. Thank you for sticking with us as we took an extended break. We were figuring out how Tish's subclass worked with new technologies. It's been a little weird. But we're good to go as far as we can tell. If you hear any audio weirdness, ignore it. It's Wing It Day. While we were gone, the goddess Ertia, with her cat form, has been knocking over every vase of water in the temple and making a huge puddle on the floor. But every time she stomps her feet and lightning dashes across the surface of the water, nothing seems to happen. And finally, she turns to Lunes, having exhausted all of the water available. And says, do your family know to answer mirrors when they call?
They're not the most magically adept person, so I don't, I don't think they want to do that magic thing right now. or they just don't want to talk to me because they're angry, which is probably the reason they're not answering, I should send them a letter. Yes, I'm gonna do that.
That seems wise.
Thank you, Ursha. And I'm sorry you actually failed to do that, but it's not your fault. It's mine.
No,
I'll
it's
be back.
okay. Magic is odd sometimes. Not everybody gets it, but I mean, if nothing else, we've made sure that we have thoroughly tested it, and I'm going to go ahead and go because I think the temple attendants have just figured out why there's so much splashing, and I don't want to get in trouble. So, bye.
Bye.
And she poofs out of existence, just as a really exasperated-looking young man comes around, looks at the floor, sighs deeply, and says, "I'll get a mop."
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation,
Prestidigitation.
Thank you, Lunes.
You're welcome. I don't know if I can actually do that with prestidigitation, but I'm gonna try.
Sure, we'll let it. We'll let it work. Prestidigitation is one of my favorite spells.
Awesome. So yeah, I got it. Gloriosa, should we go?
What?
Should we go?
Oh, yes.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
go. And I'm just gonna go back to wherever we are.
I thought you said here you go, and I was like, what?
Oh no. Let's go.
All right, so you all head back to Bruce's domicile, I take it?
Mhm.
Yes.
Alma's coffee has eventually resumed a warm but not fire damaged temperature. It does feel a little, it tastes a little grainy. There's something not, maybe it was because it heated super hot and then cooled back down, or maybe it was the fact that you packed like 5 friends into a cup. But yeah, something is off about the taste.
We're back.
And Gloriosa is coming back, and she's just sort of really quiet, kind of a little subdued for herself, like clearly just deep in thought.
You okay, friend? You okay, Gloriosa?
Do I really break everything a lot?
Well, you're good at breaking, but you don't break a lot. You also build a lot. But in this case, we need a breaker.
Oh.
We need a breaker, and well, we got the best breaker.
I love you, Lunes.
I love you too.
How is Orion doing with all of the water? Do bunnies like water? Do those bunnies like water?
Not a bunny. It's an almirage.
Do almirages like water?
I don't know. Do you like water? Do you? I don't.
Orion?
Orion. And I'll just try playing with Orion. Oh, strike. Did we lose strike? Oh no.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I mean, you've got me as much as you've had me all day, which is to say unhinged.
You just went very still, and I was like, "Oh no." Okay, so I don't know. Do you like water, Orion?
Orion kind of looks at you and shakes his head.
No.
Hopefully Orion was okay with all of the water that was getting tipped over.
Hopefully. Sorry about that. Okay, so what's the plan now? So do we get to the table where Alma and Tish are?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Alma, I got some stuff for your tea too while we were out, and Glorious is gonna take out the orange flavored honey and kind of hand it over. Here is your. It's flavored with oranges, so I thought it would go well in the tea that you're always drinking.
Thank you, because yeah, I might be switching to tea now. My coffee is a little off. Yeah.
That was really, really cool, though. We were all connected. We should get like stuff to communicate when we're far away. I mean, I know Robin does that.
We have sending.
Yeah, we have that, but maybe we should get like. Are they like sending stones? They are. They exist. They exist, right? So maybe we should get like something to communicate when we're far away.
I would like that.
We should get.
About this time, Robin walks back into the kitchen and everything, and he says, "Okay, all right. If any of you talk to any other supernatural beings and they ask to contact me, some kind of "Are you decent" feature would be very much appreciated, because you got lucky. You got lucky this time. But
Did we though? Did we?
I appreciate that. I see what you did there, and I appreciate it. However, do we have any better clue where we're going from here? Because while Glory's goddess is much more silly than others we've seen, I can't say that the information was much more specific.
We are going to Nibiru, is what we all decided.
Wait, is that what we decided?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you wanted to go to the desert. Nibiri's like on the others, all the way to the
I was
east.
going to Lumia.
Or
thought we were
not?
going to
Did
Lumia.
I say Lumia, or did I say the wrong city name? Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, if you wanted to go to the one that was near the
Nibiri is the elven capital on the east. Lumia is the dwarven capital in the south.
So all of those times I just said Nibiru, I meant Lumia.
Okay, cool. All right, so okay, Lumia, great. That's great. That is amazing. So we can do
Wait.
that.
Tish, you actually said that you knew about the bracer. Is that the bracer you're wearing?
I mean, that would be really weird. I gave her those.
That would be extremely convenient.
These bracers, I assume, were a gift from Robin.
Well, they were, but
Robin, where
if
did you get those?
I mean, I got them in a shop in Dawn's Harbor. My same guy that always helps me out with.
Did he make them?
That's what he told me. I mean,
That'd be
I
really
don't-
convenient. It'd be really convenient, and I support those bracers being the ones we're looking for.
Robin looks at it and is like, does anyone know how to check for
I can do
ancient
that.
power?
Yeah. Tish, may I borrow them for a second?
And Tish takes them off.
If
Um,
Lunes can't, I can. So
Luna's got this covered. Sure.
And because I don't think anyone has actually looked at them, but when Lunes would hold them, you
Wait a
would
minute.
see inside is inscribed on one side, fate is never incorrect, and the other side says trinket.
It does. Well,
Okay.
wouldn't our necklaces be glowing right now?
Oh. because we're actually, yeah.
I thought our necklaces were now all like special and shiny sparkle when we get near spooky bad stuff.
Oh, that might be it then. I don't know. I just hoped it would be a good thing.
It was a good thought.
It
Okay.
was a nice try. Nice try.
And I give them back.
Okay, so we're going to the place.
Yeah, we're going to Lumia then.
Okay, that makes sense. I still need to get these letters to Helwis and to the queens. So I want to make sure that this goes off securely. I do know a spell that'll make it happen now. I just need like 10 gold from somebody.
I don't have money.
I promise to pay you back because I do have money in Dawn's Harbor, which in my letter I'm actually asking Helwis to send back to me. But just 10 gold. I just need some lead-based ink, and I'm pretty sure that I can get that here. I just need a little bit of coin.
I think I have that much on me because I've been carrying them.
Okay,
The group-
we'll pay
the
you
group
back
coin,
when I
right?
get. Yes, when I get my gear back, I will pay you back. I promise. But we kind of left in a hurry.
Robin, are you sure you want to send letters to them?
Well, here's the thing. I know how to write them so that anyone who's not Helwis reads it a different way.
Okay.
And anyone who's not the queens reads it a different way. So if I have the right ink for this, I can write a letter to each of them that only they can read. Everybody else sees it as a different letter, which I'll make up something stupid.
Okay.
And actually, you know what? Make that 20 gold. I need 20 gold for this. I'm sorry.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Things are expensive in the chancellor, guy.
Yeah.
All right, so then yeah, I'll make sure this gets taken care of. But the idea is I'm gonna write these letters. I'm gonna get them, send them by courier. Bruce said he had a guy that I can get them to Dawn's Harbor quickly, and then we head to Lumia.
Yeah. Let's go to Lumia then.
Oof. But how are we getting there?
That's a good question. Tish, are you gonna stay with us?
If you would like for us to.
Obviously, yes.
All right, this next question. Don't tell us where the egg is, but the egg is still safe, Tish?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so as long as you don't need to stand guard over it, by all means, I think we need all the help we can get on this.
So
I mean, currently, I do not actually know where it is.
Oh, okay. But you know that it's safe?
Yes. We gave it to Bruce.
Oh my God, you just told me. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. At least that's you know, I know more than I wanted to know. However, at least I'm a little more sure that is safe. It's safe. That he's a dragon. The egg is a dragon. Dragon eggs belong with dragons. That is.
Okay,
Not
so
a
packing list for.
Go for it. Yeah.
Let's make sure that we have a cart. Does anyone here ride?
right?
Horses, camels.
Dragons.
Oh. No. I don't usually ride horses because not that big as most of you all.
I'm
So we'll need
also
a
not-
cart.
I'm also not great with the pony things.
We'll need a cart then.
Used to ride on the shoulders of a dragonborn, but
Yeah, where is that dragonborn?
I don't know. Not here.
So, I mean, we need to talk about Solvis. He probably needs to spend his time with his mom to make up for all the time he lost when they were not alone.
I can
I can
try
still
sending
almost
to him.
hear him like in the back of my head though, giving advice.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Uh-huh.
I can try sending to him if we just want to know that he's okay and let him know that we're okay. I don't have to know where he is to do that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe you could do that too, and just let him know that he can reply back.
Okay.
So
Oh,
we're
now.
gonna go.
No, not. I mean, if you want to do that right now, but
I'll send to him after I get these letters written. That'll give me some time to think about what I need to say to Sophie.
okay.
So I'm going to, if it's okay with everyone, I'm gonna teleport back to Dawn's Harbor, and try to get us together like some traveling stuff, like a wagon, some horses, maybe some food, an umbrella, you know.
Do we want to go back to Dawn's Harbor? I don't think we should go back.
I mean, if it's just Glory, the fact that she's showing up in Dawn's Harbor shouldn't be a big deal. She only just left yesterday, right?
When I live in Dawn's Harbor.
Right. I mean, she's still got family there.
Okay.
So I think if anyone's safe to go back just for a day trip.
Well, and I mean, if
Possible.
Robin's really worried about being seen, we could get him like something like a hat with like a brim, you know, like one of those bonnet things.
I'm good. I think I'm gonna not go to the city. Thanks. If I can avoid it, hey, let's not have me in the city.
Bruce will enter the room at the moment. There are also a number of caravans that travel regularly from the chancel down to Lake Town and beyond. You could probably hitch a ride with one of those if
Yes.
Works for me.
This guy's got the big ideas.
and whether you wanted to stop in Lake Town or not. I mean, there are shipments of agricultural goods that go all over the place. I'm sure that there are several caravans who would be very delighted to have adventurers of your quality there to make sure that no brigands or anything else happen along the roads.
Quality is
Yeah.
a very strong word in this context, but we can provide some service.
We
You
can
would be
stop at
genuinely helping people again.
Being heroes.
Big
Lord,
damn heroes.
we are heroes whether you like it or not.
Aren't we just?
We can just stop at Lake Town and get all our equipment and just head over from there to Lumia.
Right. That way no one has to go into the city. I'll put in the letter. Glory, help me write the letter. And we'll make sure that the Hellwith knows all the things that she needs to send to us, and she can take the price out of the coin in my own chest from my room.
Well, do you want to have her send it via teleportation, or are you having her send it via more mundane means? Because if it's going via cart and wagon and the normal roads, you may want to change the destination so that it catches up with you where you go rather than wait here until it arrives.
You're right. So I think we should we should get it. What do you think? Can we get Helwis to teleport everything that we need here, or?
Probably.
Yeah, let's do that. So, Glory, help me write this letter. We'll make sure Helwis gets everything sent to us, and then we will get on board with whatever caravan leaves out of here next.
Math, math, math. Logistics. We're good.
Numbers, numbers, numbers. Business, business. Is this working?
Hey, Glory,
Yeah.
if you're gonna teleport back, there's something I need to grab from my room of my effects. Do you mind if I go back with you?
Yeah, not at all. But am I teleporting back now?
Yeah,
lost track.
and then you know what? That'll save some time. You can carry the letters back as well. That way,
Okay, let's do
keep it
that.
safe. All right, so Robin goes down the street, grabs the ink he needs, comes back to his room, and helps draft up a couple letters with Glory, which I already had
Okay.
prepped and shared with Glory because I was prepared for this possibility.
Nice.
Yep.
So,
All right.
Make sure you spell strike correctly, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't misspell it.
TRYK. There we go. All right. And so that takes Robin. Let's see, what was the time? If he, because he can cast this as a ritual, I believe.
6 seconds, 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, he can
I think anything
cast.
ever takes Robin only 6 seconds.
Heyo. Where was it? Did I pull up the wrong? No, I pulled up the right one.
it's casting time for 11 minutes. Illusory script?
Yeah. Illusory script is casting time. I'm looking
Yeah,
for the,
11 minutes and
Yeah. There we go. And it's not a ritual, so I've got to use my stuff
Mhm.
on it today. All right, so we go ahead and cast illusory script twice, and come up with. So I guess after 22 minutes, we have 2 letters. ready
I
to
have
be-
illusory script coming up with 1 minute casting time or as a ritual.
Oh, it is a ritual. I did have a ritual tag on it on my end.
I mean, I'm just looking at D&D Beyond. I'm
Got it.
not actually pulling it up in the book.
Oh, that's why it wasn't coming up with a ritual tag. But I, as a bard, am a ritual caster, so I can do that. I get it because it's actually one of my warlock spells, so that's why it's not coming up with a ritual tag.
Yes.
But as a ritual caster, I can cast anything with ritual
Yep.
tags on it as ritual. So, so we ended up taking 22 minutes, make it a half an hour to make it look right to account for the bickering between me and Gloria on what to write. And then so we end up with 2 letters ready for the queens and Helwis that read one way when they read them, but to anyone else, it just looks like letters of apology that, sorry that Robin died kind of thing, because he's going to keep up the idea that he's dead for anyone who's not the intended parties. So the letters just read like letters of condolences to anyone who's not the queens or Helwis, but the queens will read their letter to say, don't call us, we'll call you. And it'll only be via sending, but if somehow we need to get more word to you, Helwis speaks for us. And the letter to Helwis says, hey, don't tell anyone we're alive and moving, but we are alive and moving. And please send all of our stuff straight to the chancel at your first opportunity.
Send all of our stuff toward River.
Lake Town.
Right?
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to get her to teleport all of the stuff and then jump on a caravan.
I don't know anymore, but
Well, so
Works
you've
for
got a
me.
couple of options at this point. With Alma and Gloriosa going back to town, anything they can carry can come back with them
Mm,
in one trip. If you are wanting to send effects that are more than necessarily individual carryable,
Yeah.
then you'd probably want to send those separately. And while you can certainly pay to have them teleported, that is a service that is provided, will be relatively expensive, certainly by comparison to, say, putting it in a caravan heading to Lake Town or even Lumia.
Okay, well, in the letter, that Robin will just list a couple of things that he needs sent that can be carryable, but everything else, just everything that belongs to the party, please send to Lake Town to meet us there.
Sounds good.
And that's what the letters say. And so we finish those up. I finish casting the spell because I have to write the letter twice.
Mhm.
So once I write the second illusory letter, spell takes effect. The first, all of the text from the first message completely fades away. And I roll up both of those letters and hand them both to Glory. Be careful out there.
Will do. Anyone else?
I think I'm gonna stay here and find a postal thing. So, oh, Bruce, can you help me? And I just go to Bruce and actually to see if he can help me send a sending or something to my parents and just let them know and all that stuff. We can do this off camera. Right?
Yeah, he can certainly help you with that. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Okay, so Gloriosa and Alma are headed to the teleportation circle to head back to Dawn's Harbor to deliver letters and get Alma's stuff.
Okay.
That's the plan.
And there will be another caravan leaving in a couple of days that is carrying mostly agricultural goods, a lot of wheat and cotton that is currently in season in the chancel, but is not necessarily in season elsewhere yet, because it's still spring, so it's a little early for a lot of that. But the chancel uses magic to sort of cheat growing things quite a bit. So we will teleport over to Dawn's Harbor. The first thing that is noticeable, even in the couple of days that Alma and Gloriosa have been gone, is that there are considerably more guards on the streets. It doesn't have a feel of like a lockdown or anything of that sort, but there are just more present, more obvious guards, town guards that are all throughout the city. They seem to be doing much the same thing that guards in Dawn's Harbor always have, watching for minor theft and that sort of thing. But it seems to be they are considerably more present and obvious than they had been when we were here before. There is talk of a lot of movement going on in the palace currently. Things happening, being prepped on short notice and that sort of thing. But once you have arrived in Dawn's Harbor and sort of hear the scuttlebutt in and around the teleportation circle, where are you headed?
So
Straight to the cross
Alma,
keys.
do you want to split up and I'll deliver these and you can go grab your stuff and whatever you can carry, and we'll meet back up at the cross keys.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head straight to the cross keys. That way I can go up to my room and get that stuff.
Pack.
Yeah. Meet me there.
So Alma, are you taking the letter for Helwis, or is Glory taking both letters?
Do you want me to
Here,
take
you
the letter
give
for
this to
Helwis?
Helwis. Yeah.
Yes, I will.
Here you go.
And she takes the letter and she makes her way towards the cross keys.
Okay. So we'll start on the cross keys and then we'll go to the palace, because that seems to be a reasonable. Actually, no, we're going to do it the other way, because that way we can bring Glory back to the cross keys. So the palace itself is absolutely bustling with activity. There are people moving about, and there are caravans that are there. There are lots of people sort of gathering things. There are ambassadors and diplomats carrying papers, all sorts of just bustle in and around the palace. Gloria, are you presenting yourself for an audience? Are you looking for a private moment? Are you just delivering the letter to like a guard? What is your...
Since I'm not the one that's supposed to be dead, I'm going to go into the front door and just ask for an audience with the queens.
Okay.
Gloriosa Zaludi for an audience.
The guard takes note of your name and will step back and sort of let the clerks know that you're waiting. You only wind up waiting a couple of moments before an attendant comes up and says that the queens will see you right away. The throne room has been cleaned, obviously, since you were last here. There does not seem to be any trace of the battle that had occurred and what had happened. There is a large glass enclosure that contains Ilmare's body. And it appears to be held magically in a state of preservation. Behind it sit both queens on the throne, and Fia, the princess, is off to the side and looking more than a little bit perturbed. But there doesn't seem to be any immediate conversation when you walk in the door. They have gone quiet. Calliope will stand when Gloriosa enters and ask what news you bring.
Thank you for seeing me, your majesties. She's gonna curtsy or bow or whatever she does, and just offer, I would like to offer a letter of condolence from 5 Point Strike to your highnesses, your majesties. Which one is appropriate, Strike?
Either is fine.
Okay.
Would we care to have...
Technically, Majesty is for Calliope and Highness would be for Calliope, with utmost of formality, but...
So for like the plural, though, highnesses is probably sufficient.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So here's a letter of condolence from 5 Point Strike for your highnesses.
Would it do for us to read what is seen by the common folk and what is seen by the queens on this letter now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. To anyone who's not the queen, so this is what, if this letter had been intercepted or is intercepted from this point on, would read.
Do you want me to read the Gloriosa part?
Do it.
Okay. Let me open it up, because that was a really good suggestion. So Gloriosa is presenting it to them like, here is a letter of condolence for their Royal Highnesses Calliope and Calliope. It is with great sadness that we inform you that your servant and emissary, Robin Wayfarer, has fallen in battle to the Siren of the Sky, draconic tyrant of the Western Isles and enemy of the throne. In keeping with his last wishes, his material effects left behind at the Cross Keys Inn at Don's Harbor will be transported to the Chancel of the Warded Boundary by Helois Roundtree, who will also inherit all of Robin's monetary effects. In whatever way your highnesses choose to honor the fallen hero, we implore you to preserve his memory as a source of joy and an outspoken voice of the people. Sincerely, Gloriosa Zaludi for 5 Point Strike. P.S. I don't remember writing this, but I must have just been overcome by grief. Robin had no knowledge of any offspring at the time of his death. For legal reasons, any claims to paternity that come forward should be disregarded, though Robin would like to see the mothers and children treated with kindness, charity, and respect. Here's the
Are you fucking kidding me?
And would Robin like to read the portion that the queens can see?
You know, I suppose for the effect of making it a public spectacle, Glory could have read that part out loud for the ears of the court. But as the queens actually unroll the parchment, what they see is, "To my favorite pair of queens, reports of my death have not been exaggerated. This letter is glamour to read as the news of my death to anyone who isn't the two of you. However, I find myself alive again, and under such unique circumstances that it would be best if the living world continued to consider me deceased. In the battle that drew the dragons away from the city, my companions and I nearly recovered the gem with Ilmare's soul, which gives me reason to believe that we could permanently reclaim it in the future. Please keep hope alive and maintain Ilmare's body in such a way that it stays fit for her eventual resurrection. We have leads on the means to upset the plans of the tyrants of the Isles, and will be conducting our business in secret, the only method that gives us hope to be successful. I will occasionally send to you, but consider this my last letter. I may also send words through Helwas Roundtree, the only other Dawn's Harbor citizen I am trusting with knowledge of my survival. If our mission ever hinges on knowledge of happenings in the city, I may ask for your guidance. And if we learn of any threats to the city that will require your caution or preparation, I will ensure that you receive warning. Sending is the most secure form of communication, but I may need to maintain my magical energy for purposes of accomplishing our goals. For that reason, please consider all news from Helwas in keeping with my group's own knowledge and goals. In the meantime, guard the city and consider your citizens targets of future attacks. Finally, I ask that any Robin imposters should not be confirmed, but also not censored, as ambiguity concerning my fate or whereabouts would aid in keeping the truth from the enemies. With love, Robin. And there's a little doodle of kissy lips at the bottom of it.
Utharian emoji.
Calliope rolls up the letter and nods at Gloriosa. Is there anything that you need of us to properly mourn the loss of your companion?
I appreciate the offer, Your Highnesses. If we could make use of the most accurate maps you have of the Western Isles, that would be greatly appreciated.
We'll have a copy made right away.
Thank you. And Gloriosa will bow her way out, or curtsy her way out.
All right. Any other stops before heading back to the trustees?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. So meanwhile, at the cross keys, Helwas is at the door when she sees Alma coming and has a very worried look on her face. Because when Alma and Gloriosa left, they didn't know what had happened to Robin and Lunes.
Alma is going to approach Helwis and, again, out of character for her, probably be able to read the look on her face and know why she's got that look. Give her just a tight hug, because I'm assuming she's much smaller than Alma is as far as like height goes.
She's a half elf, so a little bit smaller.
So she's just gonna like give her a hug, hold her by her shoulders, just stand her out and just be like, everything will be okay. So she hands the letter to Helwis. I just need to run upstairs and grab a few things. I will come back down and Glory should be here soon. And so she's going to go inside and walk up to her room. As she enters into her room, she goes beside the bed, at the foot of the bed, where there is a footlocker that has various sundry items in it. She's going to dig towards the bottom and pull out a small box that has, it's leather bound, and imprinted into the top of the box is a name that says Sithril. She is going to open the box and pull out a letter. It's going to be the latest letter, and she is going to take it and set it onto the bed, replace the lid, put it back at the bottom of the footlocker, and cover it back up. There is a little like pocket on the inside of this footlocker, and she's going to reach inside of it and grab a second letter. Then on the back of on the front of the envelope simply says, Headmaster Academy, regarding Alma Verfolkt. And she's going to take that, the letter from Sithril, and put it in her bag and make her way back downstairs.
By the time you reach downstairs, Helwis has read her letter and looks at Alma with both relief and worry on her face. There's a lot of emotion that she's obviously processing.
She's going to look at Helwis and just say, I know.
Is there anything you need from me before you get back on the road?
There are some items that we will need to take back with us, and some items that I think that we can't carry. We might need transported for us. So I know Glory has that list.
She nods, and roughly at this time, Gloriosa can arrive to the cross keys here, since it didn't take very long as far as the audience and the like went. Helwis will offer Gloriosa a hug as well when she gets in. Alma says you have a list of things you need.
Hug.
She returns it warmly. Alma said you had a list of things you needed for your journey.
Yes, I need to get all of our things together and send Robin's effects home, and yeah, there's a lot to do. So can you help me get together all of the trunks and bags and such that we need to get together for everybody? And we're gonna pack up. Alma and I are headed to Lake Town. No, are we? Where are we headed?
I mean, the whole party's gonna head to Lake Town once you guys get back to the chancel.
We're headed back to the chancel with, the stuff for Lunes. If Tish had anything that they stored here.
You have no knowledge of where Tish stores anything.
Probably. Like, as Gloriosa is saying that, she's like, does Tish actually have things? Like,
I have seen Tish carry things, but I have never seen Tish leave things.
where am I?
From
But
what I'm
gonna
given
go
to
ahead and-
understand, that does track with what she is.
Gloriosa is gonna give her room a quick check. Tish's room a quick check.
Tish
And
doesn't
then-
have a room at the Cross Keys.
Oh, okay. Well then, fine.
I mean, she's just always bunked with Robin for the other times that she stayed over. Shows that you know.
While
That.
packing up Robin's room, Gloriosa like it's some horn polish or something.
Horn polish. Sure, that's canon now.
With recent discoveries of what Tish is, it might be safe to assume that Tish does have a place that she stores things, but it's nowhere close to anywhere.
But Robin would keep horn polish on hand anyways.
Yeah, then Gloriosa just like finds it, holds it up, and goes, I just don't want to know anymore. Because she's never seen horn polish, so she's looking at this stuff, and it's kind of gummy.
Is that why when Tish always wakes up, her horns are like all shiny and stuff? Are you
Canon
buffing her tiefling horns in her sleep?
Moving
Do the
on.
Midnight Barber sound from TikTok.
Okay, so we're packing things up. Let's go.
Elwes will certainly help you pack things and makes no comment about any sort of polish of any sort. But make sure that in addition to all of the regular mundane items that you are carrying, that there are a few like hardtack and some extra food supplies, as well as a good bottle of mead in and along with everything else.
Thank you,
So
Helen.
now that they've got a plan, like Gloriosa absolutely has transformed into dad at the airport. Like, let's go. We've got stuff to do. Like, let's get this packed up. We have exactly 14 seconds for like bathroom breaks. Let's go.
By the time you finish packing everything up from everyone's rooms, there's a knock at the front door of the Cross Keys, and a messenger from the Queens has come bearing a copy of a map.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Glorious is gonna like tip him for delivering, I don't know, that stuff. And then do we have more to pack? Are we stuck at the Cross Keys?
You're pretty much good to go at this point. Helwa says that she will certainly send along anything else that is necessary per the instructions in the letter. She asks if you know where you'll be staying in Lake Town, how long you'll be there.
How much information do I have on Lake Town? I don't think Glorious has been hanging out in Lake Town very much.
I mean,
Lake
in the letter,
Town-
Robin did say he was going to keep up with sendings. So if you wanted to just leave that up to Robin to fill her in later, you could.
Okay, let's do that. Because Glorious is like, ah.
All right. Well, then it sounds like you are all good to go.
Lake Town bound, or Chancel bound, and then Lake Town bound.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's head back. She's gonna turn to Helwis and say, "Thank you for everything, and I understand if you can't, but can you hold on to our rooms for us?"
Of course. Stay safe.
We'll try and keep you posted.
I'm sure we'll see you soon, Helwis. Are our rooms are they all like paid up and stuff, or are we? How
Yes,
are we? Like,
they
this
are.
is
They are
me.
currently paid up.
Okay, I'm gonna try to give her a little bit extra.
Okay.
So like, thank you very much for everything you've done. Here's some, I know that you have had to like close and you've probably had some hardship yourself. So here is a token of our appreciation.
That's very kind of you, Gloria. So you didn't need to do that.
I don't know how much I give her because I don't know what the economic table say is a good amount.
Well, from a strict economic standpoint, generally, most things in Dawn's Harbor of that sort are roughly base cost as far as a lot of that sort of thing goes. So you're probably looking at, for good rooms, maybe a few silver a day.
So like 5 gold is good, like for each
Yeah.
of it, like 1 gold for each of us is good.
Yeah, that'd be more than adequate tip, so to speak.
All right. All right, now we can go. Now that Halloween is hopefully taken care of for a little bit.
All right. The teleport back to the chancel goes smoothly, and the warm scent of growing food and plant life, agriculture in general, sort of wafts over the keep. And even as you are heading north back to the chancel itself, you can easily see several caravans that are preparing to make their way south as they're loading up with various goods that the chancel provides all over the continent.
Okay.
While Gloriosa and Alma are out in the Dawn's Harbor area, what are Robin and Lunes doing?
Robin's in his room. He starts packing what little he had available, what traveling staples Bruce might have loaned him, and he is just trying to make sure he's got as much gear as he will need for the travel ahead. But one thing he does make sure is the dagger that he had on his hip for the longest time. He makes sure he keeps that nearby but concealed. And I'm not sure that I described how the dagger looks now, but after he woke up from death, Robin found that his dagger was once again on his person, but this time looks very... It looks more like a Damascus steel type weave onto the blade, and it looks very stark black and silver between the two of them, between the two colors of the blade.
And what is Lunes up to?
Lunes is probably playing with Orion, and he starts noticing that he can actually speak telepathically with Orion, unknowingly, without using his actual telepathy. And he starts playing around and wandering with Orion, and he also starts noticing that he can actually see through Orion's eyes. And he's super psyched about that, and he's like playing and seeing all the things through Orion, and he's pretty psyched right now.
Okay, and Tish, what are you up to?
So Tish will kind of, once everyone starts going off and doing their different things, they will kind of stop and think for a second. And then they're going to head to Robin's room. And when Tish walks into Robin's room, they go, Robin, we need to run an errand and we'll be... What? What is that?
You're goblin.
No, I'm not.
No, it
Finn
was Robin.
is.
Robin was goblin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Finn was goblin. Robin kind of spins around and starts pulling back on his shirt because he was actually changing clothes right when she walked in. Pants on, guys, pants on. I know everyone's going to ask that question next. He was pulling his shirt on when she walks in, and his arm has these black marks across it now that have been there since he woke up. He's got what looks like a new tattoo on his shoulder cap, and almost like a sunburst tattoo, but instead of rays, they're more like tendrils, black tendrils that go down his arm, and some of them extend onto his chest, like towards his heart. But he's pulling his shirt back on, and he goes, I know, it's another mark.
And Tish will run up and just like start grabbing your arm and like manhandling you and being like, are you all right?
Okay.
Do we need to get, do we need to find someone that can heal you? What is this?
Only if you pull my arm any further that way. Yes, then we'll need someone to heal me. But right now, pineapples. Okay.
Pineapples are delicious.
Can confirm. However, I don't think it's hurting me. I don't think it's hurting me right now.
You don't think?
There's not a manual that comes with being brought back to life by a trickster goddess. So when I got sent back, Aurora made me agree to be hers, her servant, her if she says to do something, I've got to do it. She doesn't even know when she wants me to do anything. She doesn't know when she'll give me any orders, but I'm marked now. She is the reason I was able to come back at all, but it came with conditions, and this was one of the conditions that I've got to be on call for her.
Is this like a job? Or
One with
is it personal favors?
It sounds more like the second one, but, well, the terms were both vague and absolute. vague in the fact that I don't know what she'll ask me to do, or exactly what gifts she was sending me back with. She said I would find out when I needed to. But also absolutes in the fact that whenever she says or sends her requests, I'm pretty much going to have to do it. And you know what? I don't know how to feel about it. It's fine. I'm apparently still me, but
You better be. If you are not, then she will have us to deal with.
okay. That is adorable. It really is, and I love you. And that is.
And Tish starts
amazing.
like looking around and is like, Aurora?
Okay, she's not one that you could find when she doesn't want to be found. So, wow. Okay.
We know she can hear us.
Probably, which is making me even more nervous.
We will fight her.
I know, and that's what I'm trying to not let happen. So here's. I have to be careful with everyone because I don't want to make everyone afraid, but everyone's got to be careful with me. I don't know when she's going to pull that marker. And I want to make sure that I'm here for you, but someone can't get to you all through me. Now, so for the time being, you should just keep an eye on me. Okay? I don't
We
wanna
always do
alarm-
that.
Fair, but just know that for the sake of everyone here, if I start acting weird for me, just talk to me. Just ask me about something. Just ask me about it, because I don't know how or when this is going to happen. I don't know when this is going to play out, but, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for even dumping all this out here, or the idea that I even made this deal still sounds stupid, but the siren's got to die. Like, that's the only option here. We don't have a future where people are free and she lives. That's it. And the only way I could get back here, the only way I have a chance to put a scratch on that nasty hide of hers, was to take the deal.
Robin?
Yeah.
Did you take the deal to be able to gain more power?
Yes. Yeah. I'm not in the best case scenario. All of you will live 5 more of my lifetimes after I'm gone. I am here only for a little bit of time and with a meager amount of power. Someone gave me the option to not go out right now, and possibly when I leave the world, that's a when and not an if, and I know that. I've known that for a while. When I do leave, maybe I can scourge something out of it with me. So I'm not happy about it, but I did it. And yeah, that was the move. So that's the move. And now that I know that you are going to live even 5 more of everyone else's lifetimes after all they're gone too, you know I'm a blip. I'm a blip on your timeline. But I'm going to be a very bright, flashy blip when I am gone.
Oh, you will most definitely be that. You are not a blip.
Well,
but. And she'll walk up and she'll kind of put her hand up on his neck and Robin, are you okay? With everything that's happened?
honestly, no, I'm not. I'm scared. I'm anxious about everything that's happening here, and I'm needing to just be here for everyone else instead of making too many decisions myself. But I'm okay enough that I'm not going anywhere.
Not if we have anything to say about it.
Yeah, I'll try to make it easier than the last time.
I'm
And I
sorry there
think
wasn't
that-
more I could do.
And I think that is as good a spot as any to call it for the session, since we are a little bit over time. Thank you all for being with us for this. Obviously, it was a bit unusual of an episode for us, but I think that we got some good stuff done and some interesting decisions were made, and we'll see what all happens. I will try to post a bit more over the course of the next couple of weeks with some bits and pieces on the Utharian Legends Twitter account, so you can see maps and that sort of thing. And we will see where things go. Why don't we start at the top and say goodbyes with Robo? You are at the top of the list at the moment.
Hello, it's me, RoboGoblin, and you can find me at TTRPGips on Twitter and on Twitch. And there's a lot happening. We got Dreadful Tales on Tuesday, and on Saturday we're gonna have the Encanto one shot. This is gonna be super cool, and I hope a lot of people go and see it. And that's me. Now, and I'll pass it on to Jess.
I am Jessica Skellington, and I play Alma Verfolkt. You can find me across the interwebs at Jessica Skell on Twitter or Jessica Skellington on the other social media platforms. Come by and say hi, and I will probably just entertain you with memes. And Gloriosa.
Hello, I am Trieste, known as Blaze of Gloriosa on Twitch and Twitter. Please follow me on Twitter to figure out what I'm up to. I just wrapped up a Thursday game, Tales of Faerun, so I am probably going to be working on a new project soon. And so Twitter is the best way to follow those. Also memes, same. So who you got? How about Finn?
Oh, that's me. Hi, I'm Finnegan Archer, and you can find me at Bloodhaven Bard on Twitter. You can find me here every other Sunday, and you can find me at Chaotic Tiefling doing what streams may come shenanigans over there. Finanigans, if you really want to get funny with it. But in any case, that's me, and that's what I do. Follow me for just kind of stupid random stuff that I say. But in any case, I'm going to, let's see. Babs is down there. I'm going to drop it to Babs. Boom.
Thanks. That had to fall a really long ways to get to me. But anywho, hey, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Babs the Bat. I am here. I will be manning the D4 channel tonight during D4. So if you want to pop on over and say hey to me in chat, I will be doing that. And you can also find me on Chaotic Tiefling. We have a lot of stuff in the works, like a lot of stuff. And so I'm hoping to get streaming back on the channel relatively soon. It was very nice to have What Streams May Come back in action again. Have definitely missed having that. And yeah. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell. Follow me, Real Babs the Batter, Chaotic Tiefling. One of the two. I'll be there.
Thank you all again for being here and sharing this story with us. It's really an honor and a privilege to be able to tell the story with this amazing cast and a wonderful audience. Make sure you take the rest of your day to rest and recuperate as necessary. D4 will be on later on this evening. Miss Barbara, are we rating out to anyone in particular?
Let me check. Probably Rivals of Waterdeep.
I was going to say Rivals are live.
Let's see. Yeah, probably Rivals of Waterdeep.
All right. Well, then I will go ahead and encourage you all to.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
How about we go raid Jasmine, Bronze Girl?
Sure. That works too.
Yeah, let's go do that.
Jasmine is absolutely fantastic. Please send her all of the love and affection from us, and check out their content. They are a really phenomenal content creator I followed for a while now. And
yeah, looks like they have Gabe and Persephone and maybe a Xander on there.
Oh, sweet. Sounds excellent. So we will go ahead and raid over in that direction.
Just kidding. I've been told to raid High Rollers D&D specifically.
Okay. They are also an excellent
Yes, they
content
are.
creator that I have
Sorry
also
for the
followed for a
confusion,
long
everyone.
time. We'll get you to a place somewhere. It'll be good. That's what counts. Enjoy the raid over there. They're doing D&D, it looks like, and hopefully we will see you again here in a little bit for D4.
All right, sounds good.